The Isle of Armor within Pokemon Sword and Shield's expansion pass is Game Freak's first attempt at DLC for a mainline Pokemon game. For over 20 years, Game Freak has used the enhanced version model to add new content to their main installments in the Pokemon franchise, releasing a base version of a main installment followed by an enhanced version with extra post-game content, an expanded Pokédex, and an alternate story progression. The expansion pass cuts out the fluff of replaying the same adventure while also delivering this extra content. The Isle of Armor is the first half of the expansion pass, with the Crown Tundra releasing later this fall. How does the Isle of Armor enhance and add to the base versions of Sword and Shield? Let's find out. The bulk of this DLC package is the brand new Isle of Armor area, which feels like a refined upgrade to the wild area that was available in the base game. You can freely control the camera everywhere. The Isle also has more defined areas like deserts, oceans, bogs, and forests. It also felt a lot bigger than the main game wild area. I got lost exploring areas like the Courageous Cavern and the Forest of Focus. The Isle is also filled with 100 returning Pokemon that weren't in the base game. And while these aren't new Pokemon, this is their Generation 8 debut, so it was fun going around and catching all of them. The main story of the Isle of Armor starts as someone is mistaken you as a student of the Master Dojo. You quickly meet your new rival, Clara in Sword and Avery in Shield. They are extremely competitive with you and will attempt to thwart your progress through the trials in every encounter you have with them. You also meet Mustard, the dojo master, and Honey, the dojo matron. You proceed through the dojo trials so you can be gifted the new Pokemon Kubfu. I enjoyed the narrative around training Kubfu so he can evolve into the legendary Urshifu. The rivals can get annoying at times and seem cutthroat for no reason. The Isle of Armor will level scale with you, but not by your Pokemon's level, but by the number of badges you have obtained. If you have completed the base game, everything will be around level 60, so if you want some challenge, I would recommend using a team in the 50 to 60 range. You could also start a brand new playthrough and go straight for the Isle of Armor if you like a challenge. Everything started in the level 10 range for me, but rapidly increased as I was progressing through. Aside from your rival and Mustard, there aren't any trainers in this new wild area willing to battle you. I guess that makes sense because there weren't any trainers to fight in the base game wild area, but I would have liked to have seen some here. The main story isn't very long and you can beat it in about 2 to 3 hours. So if you're a casual Pokemon fan, there isn't much in terms of scripted content. If you see yourself as more of a dedicated fan, there are a lot of enjoyable additions to experience. Like enhanced editions before it, the Isle of Armor introduces new tutor moves. Some are unique variations of current moves, and some are completely new ones. Max Soup is a new addition that allows you to add the Gigantamax factor to a Pokemon that could previously not Gmax. It's a nice addition that allows you to get Gigantamax Pokemon outside of Max raids. You can make Max Soup by harvesting Max Mushrooms around the Isle. The Cramomatic is a new machine that lets you combine 4 items into a new item, like combining apricorns into specialty Pokeballs or combining regular bottle caps into a gold bottle cap. Restricted sparring is available after you beat the main story and offers a battle format where you can only use one type of Pokemon. I like the challenge, and it forces you to use Pokemon you may never have given a chance. You also get a style card that unlocks new wardrobe items and haircuts in the shop. Pokemon can now follow you in the overworld again. However, they can only do this on the Isle of Armor and not on the main land of Galar. And for some reason, a lot of the Pokemon's running speed cannot keep up with your pace. They often drag behind and have to pop in to keep up. There are also 150 Alolan Diglets to find all over the island. They reminded me of finding Korok seeds in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You just have to look for 3 hairs sticking out of the ground, and it was really fun collecting them. You will also receive Alolan Pokemon for every number of Diglets you find. The Isle of Armor is a great expansion to Sword and Shield. The new wild area is fun to explore and a big improvement over the base game one. The smaller additions fit well with the theme of growth that's presented in the Isle of Armor. The story content isn't the most expansive, but the Crown Tundra is expected to be more substantial. That being said, I do believe that this is worth the value because you do get access to the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra when you buy the expansion pass. but if you're just interested in more campaign content, you may want to wait for the Crown Tundra. We here at the Game Pack give the Isle of Armor an 8 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the Game Pack for more news, reviews, and other gaming content. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time.